Hey VC, what's going on? Welcome back. This is Subtunes. I am Mike. I lied when I said in my last concert review video for the Rolling Stones that it was probably my last concert of 2020. I definitely told a fib. Turns out I got two more to do. They were kind of last minute things. This one especially. I bought the ticket the morning of the show. Had no idea it was happening, so I don't know, and it was cheap. So this is a concert review of Jeff Parker and Steve Gunn. I am pretty familiar with Jeff Parker. Jeff Parker was the reason I wanted to go to the show. First of all, it was at Thalia Hall again here in Chicago, down in the Pilsen neighborhood. One of my favorite concert venues. Vaccine card required, masks required. Everyone was totally cool. Everyone was compliant. Great crowd, great staff at Thalia Hall. Hats off to them. They are absolutely amazing, given what they have to put up with in these times. What was I gonna say? I don't even remember what. Anyway, great venue. Highly recommend if you're ever in Chicago and you're looking for a place to see a concert. Thalia Hall in the Pilsen neighborhood is absolutely wonderful. There's some great restaurants down in that area. Really cool area to hang out in before or after the show. So check that out if you're ever in Chicago. So this is Jeff Parker and Steve Gunn. I woke up one morning a couple weeks ago and I had an email alert that there were tickets on sale to see Jeff Parker. And I love Jeff Parker. Jeff Parker is a guitarist. He is in the band, I think they're still around. They don't make a lot of music anymore. But he's in the band Tortoise, which was kind of Chicago-based. He's not really Chicago-based. I believe he's from Connecticut or somewhere on the East Coast in New England. But Tortoise has been kind of station based out of Chicago for many years. I've seen them open for Wilco a couple of times. Terrific band. If you just like instrumental, jazzy rock, check them out. Very cool band. So he's an interesting, very interesting guitarist. He's on several different labels, I believe. I like his stuff that's on International Anthem the best. He has an album called The Relatives, which is absolutely spectacular. It is a jazz funk record. It is absolutely impossible to find on vinyl. I don't even, yeah, it is out on vinyl, but I think there's a copy on Discogs for like $160 or $140, something like that. And I'm not paying that. So that's definitely a grail of mine. I love that record. It's called The Relatives, and it is just a funky jazz record. Definitely check it out. You can stream it on Spotify or whatever. So yeah, check that album out. This is my favorite album of Jeff Parker's. This is The New Breed. This is the 2021 reissue. Well, maybe it was last year. Either last year or this year. It was reissued. This album originally came out in 2015. And it is a wonderful record. It's called The New Breed. It's on International Anthem. If you guys don't know this record label, I highly recommend everything that's on there. Just terrific label. I have bought probably 8 to 10 blind buys from this label, and every single one of them are absolutely spectacular. So highly recommend this. In fact, in my next concert review, I will also be talking about a artist who is signed to this record label and also makes spectacular music. But that's to come next week. So this is The New Breed. Terrific. How do you describe Jeff Parker? He's kind of all over the map as far as his guitar style. He can do straight up jazz, straight up rock, bop. He's more, nowadays I would say he's more ambient, not ambient, maybe ambient's the wrong word, very minimalist, very soft, very spacious, a lot of space in his music. Just a terrific guitarist. If you're gonna get any of his solo albums other than The Relatives, I highly recommend this one. This is The New Breed. This is a good representation of the type of music he's making right now. Very sparse, very interesting guitar work. This is his newest album, and this is what he was playing. This is called For Folks. One word, For Folks. This is his new album. He was promoting this. He played almost the whole thing. Well, he played 3 songs, 3 of the 7 songs he played. So, and he played a couple songs from New Breed also. Very, like I said, very minimalist. When he came on stage, it was just him and a guitar. And I don't know all the technical terms. I'm not a musician, but it's just him. He uses a lot of feedback, I guess would be the word, a lot of effects. He uses pedals to keep kind of like a rhythm going while he plays over that rhythm. Really interesting stuff. This is really good too. This is growing on me. I didn't care for it at first, but it's definitely growing on me, especially since I saw him live. So this is Jeff Parker's For Folks. Pretty cool record. And International Anthem is great. My cat in the litter box again. Just check out this label if you guys don't know it. Highly recommend anything on this label. So yeah, he was very, and Jeff Parker was the real reason I went to, why I got tickets for this concert. It was super cheap too. It was only like $24 for tickets. Standing room, or, general admission. They did have seating, but I don't like sitting. Especially during the pandemic. I'd prefer to be hanging out like on the side, or, have my own little space. But he was really interesting. I mean, he held that audience. It was a double bill, so each guy got about, I'd say about an hour and 15, maybe an hour and 20, and he just, like I said, him, a guitar, a few pedals, and I think he only used one guitar, now that I think about it. Yeah, he only used like one guitar the whole show, and he sat down and just very minimal, very. I am being attacked by cats. You guys cannot see this. Anyway, very interesting guitarist. Very cool artist going these days. I really enjoy Jeff Parker. So check out any of his music. It's just wonderful. But I highly recommend those 2 records, A New Breed, The Relatives, and For Folks are probably my favorite. Next came Steve Gunn. Steve Gunn, I wasn't as familiar with. He is a singer-songwriter. He was in Kurt Weill's band, The Violators. Kurt Weill is an American singer-songwriter. He's the original lead singer for The War on Drugs, and he left after the first couple of records, and then they replaced him with somebody who sounds exactly like him. So he went solo, and he formed a band called Kurt Weill and the Violators, and Steve Gunn was in that band. He is a really good guitarist. I did not know how good he was. He played mostly acoustic. He's kind of a singer-songwriter at this stage. It was basically just him and a guitar and a microphone. I did know a little bit about him. I have this record. This is The Unseen In Between. It's a really pretty record. I love this cover too. Great cover photo. It's a pretty cool song, or a pretty cool album. He opened with New Moon, the first song on here. He played Chance, Vagabond, Morning Is Mended. He played a bunch of songs from this album. This is probably, I'd probably say this is his most popular. So yeah, singer songwriter, folky, pretty cool. Excellent guitarist, really good guitarist. I was surprised. I didn't know he was quite that good. So this is The Unseen In Between. And then I always like to buy something at the merch table. I had all of the Jeff Parker vinyl that they had. They had a lot of vinyl. I think Jeff Parker probably had four vinyl records and a couple of CDs. And then Steve Gunn had, probably like 6 records. And so I picked this up. This is Gunn and Weill. This is just a Kurt Vile and Steve Gunn. One side is Kurt Vile and one side is Steve Gunn. So obviously, Kurt Vile gets most of the songs on the first side, and then it's pretty cool. It's got some good stuff. He does "Pretty Boy" by Randy Newman, really cool cover of that, and he does and then Steve Gunn does a cover of the Nico song "60/40," which is really really good. I highly recommend that side of the record. Steve Gunn side. I actually kind of like it a little better than Kurt Vile's side. But interesting record. I was really impressed too. You know, how often do you pick up a record at a merch table and it's in a polyline sleeve? I was really impressed. I don't know. It's little things like that in my life that bring joy. Polyline sleeves. I guess that's part of being an addict. Okay, we're not gonna do that now. So yeah, overall, I like I said, I went for Jeff Parker, and he was absolutely terrific. I probably could have left after Jeff Parker. Steve Gunn was good. I didn't stay for the whole thing. I think I stayed for like 5 or 6 songs, and then I boogied out and got in my car and drove home. So it was a quick evening. But yeah, a good show. Good last minute, last minute little get together down in Pilsen, so it was fun. That's it. Quick review. I got one more review coming before the end of the year. So this one's a good one. It was fantastic. So you guys all stay safe. Have a great week, and I will see you very soon. Bye.